knew I would get so attached.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs, because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
They run the counter with Dobbins. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. His first throw is an interception. And the Chiefs force the turnover on the first series of this game. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3 now, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback, and you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And I'll get this forward to about the 28. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing again, Mahomes. He brings it in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. Harvey now to return it. He dodged the tackle. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And time to hit a quick reset here, partner, after they find themselves behind following that opening drive INT.
Yeah, you say reset, I say Control-Alt-Delete. Pretend like it didn't even happen. You got to flush it in a hurry.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Nix holds on to it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Denver.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Nix from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And once again, they can't connect.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Nix with it on first. That one connects. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
There's another Broncos first down. First and goal, Denver.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Dobbins will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. Nix holds on to it. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Third and goal. Here's Nix. And he cannot bring it in. They've now arrived at fourth and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
The kick by Lutz is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They start with second and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
The 26-yard line.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the Combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Right back to Pacheco. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Chiefs now lead by 10. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11.
Chiefs 14, Broncos 3.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes the Bronco offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And they set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Broncos 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
That's another Broncos 1st down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Broncos 1st down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So 2nd down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Second down, give to Harvey. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only one on the carry, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Putting a receiver in motion. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 1-score game in the first half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos cut the lead down to 4.
14. Broncos 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. They get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
15 yards.
A gain of 15 there. And that's a Chiefs first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Right back to Rice, caught again. And this is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 on the other side, Brock. We've reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Chiefs in front here at Arrowhead. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. He's across the 20, still going. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11.
21. Broncos 10. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. Harvey now to return it. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chiefs have it at the 35-yard line following the turnover.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Mahomes. He keeps it and takes off. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Now, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Ball is out. Mahomes fumbled it. And the Broncos corral it. So they steal away possession and add some extra yards for their offense after that fumble return.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything's covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, it freed that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Drops it down, Harvey. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now Nix. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Nix. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 33. They'll throw again, Nix. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives him a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Keeps away from one. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Had a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Nico Rumihio. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Chiefs aren't headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Throwing is Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Denver set to take the field on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
18. That's good for a Broncos first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Next, quick out wide, complete. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Nick's now to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Strong running inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Next to throw again. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
On 1st down, it's Nix. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for 2nd down. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Nix off the play action. He tucks it and takes off. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Broncos.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can...
It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So the offense out there, and the Broncos making the call to go for two here.
The Broncos will line up for the two-point conversion.
It's caught! And he will get into the end zone. That ties this game up. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for two in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
Good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You can take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they'll only need to figure out a couple of yards here as they're going to start with first and goal from the 2. The return couldn't quite finish it off, Brock, but the offense sure can as they begin here, first and goal. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take the lead on the first play of the drive. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
For Kansas City.
On the return, here's Mims. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Broncos tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Broncos running their offense out once again. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. We've set it downs for them from the 31. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Stidham off the play action. Ooh, puts some air under this one, right side. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted! And the Chiefs will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. To the air, Mahomes dumps it off to his running back. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
On the draw, it's Pacheco. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Offense to the line, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either. You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Butker knocks it through. And they'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Harvey now to return it. And Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Broncos offense all set to go. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. You walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands. Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Jump off caught by his back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On third down, Chiefs going with a nickel. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Making the call himself. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Sit him now, first and 10. Finds Mims. And they take him down right along the 30.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down throw, Stidham. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play action, Stidham. The sideline shot snagged by Sutton. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Man in motion here. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th.
Broncos 28,
open. It's away. Just a 3-point game now. Mejio with the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw it. They did it. He made the interception. And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th.
Not just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. You cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
So here comes the Bronco offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Now here he goes. And into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Broncos trail by a field goal. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. He's back to throw. He's got Sutton complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
A gain of 15.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
And he's tackled with markers down.
Offside.
This one should be on the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends